Hi everyone, it's Daniela, and I'm so glad that you're here. Oh, summer is so crazy. One going back to college, one starting college. Oh, everybody's growing up and all the things that lead up to that. But it's been a lovely summer. I hope you've all been having a wonderful season. And I have these two super pretty books to share with you today. I said there was going to be a tutorial, but I needed a certain size paper. Um, I'm trying to see. This seems like it's a little. There you go. It's a little better. I needed a special size paper, and I got it. It's not a big deal, just making a book in a different way. So I have another book being made, and probably after that, I'll end up doing a tutorial. You all know, and if you're new to my channel, hi. I have lots of tutorial videos showing you exactly how I make my books, or at least how I made the book that I teach you stuff in. So I've got a lot of tutorials. Um, so everybody, this is the book that I'm sharing today. I could zoom in, but it's better to just do it like this. Do you see the top? I got some new Spellbinders dies, and they make that shape, so I die cut the top instead of the side. I thought that would be fun, but I did use this punch so that there is some, different size, no, different shape, a different edge. There you go. So, brushed it with some Wink Stella. I put these lace and diamond flowers on the side. I used this pretty lace. I only had enough to do this book, and the other book I had a different lace that I used on that one. But, and this paper, maybe I should say something about that, right? I used every piece of, sorry, I used every piece of this paper, the 6x6 pad, the ephemera pack, and the chipboard. I think that was it, but I thought that the designs were so beautifully vintage, and plates like this. I remember my grandma having blue plates like that, and her name was Genevieve, so I totally had to have it, and it's just so pretty. I really hope you like these books, and I'm going to open up the big one first and get started. I used hook and eye, no, hook and eye, what am I talking about? I used eyelets to tie seam binding through, nice and sturdy. Trying to knock chipboard. Of course, it didn't knock very well, right? There you go. Chipboard covers, of course. In the front, as always, I want to put this pretty lace here. I hope you can see it, and I feel like my light is like, it's the sun, so you can't always, I want to zoom you in. I don't want to make you dizzy, but I put this little lace in the front. I put it in the back. It's in the back too. And as always, I have to have a library pocket. What the heck, library pocket? In the front. Oh, I like to do that. Lots of flowers, lots of lace. Look at this lace. Isn't it so pretty? It's like 2.5 inches, I think. Oh, and the book itself is 8 3/4 tall by 5 3/4 wide. So, yes, I have a little tuck spot here. This is why I got to zoom back out. There we go. So, this is kind of a pocket or a tuck. Depends on what you want to call it, but I put little tags in it. I'm not going to take out every single piece of the goodies that are in the pockets and stuff, but I try to show you some. I don't want this to be an hour and a half video without teaching anything. I used a bunch of Dazzles too. You know I love them, but this lace, oh, it is delicious. And here I made a pocket. This is a Martha Stewart die. Not sure. Might be called embroidery, but I'm not sure. These are tags from my stash with really pretty images and glitter, and some card catalog library cards are also in here. You'll see them. I think there's several. Flowers, tracing paper, all the papers, coffee dye, regular paper, double pocket. I used one of these Tim Holtz photo strips for this pocket. And then here is, again, this is ephemera that I've had, so it's just lined paper, still it's cute. This side has another pocket and more lace, as you see. Can you see? I hope so. Sorry about my voice. I don't understand why my allergies are trying to kill me, but whatever. I can't help it. And there's a little tag with the blue seam binding, and it's in a bag, a little glassine bag. So that's fun. And a random little card. I have like a pad, and it's got all these little things. I don't know how big these cards are, but it's got pages of them, so why not use them? I also, when I punched things or die cut things, I used all of those scraps as well. I love that, and I just love repurposing. And here is a belly band with a piece of the chipboard and a pretty gold diamond. This is from my ephemera, and it's like an old letter. It's fun. There's lots of writing space as always. Dazzles and doilies, can't go wrong. These are for an Anna Griffin planner. I don't have an Anna Griffin planner, but I got this whole thing on clearance for, I'm not making it up, like $5. So I've been using these pages. These are from last year in my junk journals, and graph paper. Sometimes I feel like maybe my journals are too pretty to be junk, but I repurpose and recycle and all of that. And this is old book paper. This is a paper. It was a cut-off piece, so I just punched it with the Fiskars pointy die that I use a lot. Dazzles on a doily. More plain paper. I just folded this piece of paper up to make an interesting pocket with a vintage place card. Oh, and my bling on a roll, you know how I love that. And more lace. And I put a little bow paper clip, and here's a tuck with a cute blue butterfly and birdhouse tag. And here's that pointy edge paper. Oh my goodness, it's 8 minutes. And I die cut an edgeable die from Crafter's Companion of Flowers. In here we have a library card again. And on this side, we have a ephemera paper postcard. So probably only go through a section. So let's do it. So every section is the same, but you know, ephemera and patterns and stuff are different in each section. But overall, they're the same. So I took an envelope that had no card, and I have a bunch of those, and I put this flower twig pearl thing. I tied a bow, so if you hold the bow, it's like a door. And in here is one of the last pieces. I have them in all of these. Piece of 6x6 paper from the 6x6 pad. It's white on that side. The 12x12 was double-sided. And so now you can write on it and tuck it away in here like this. Here I covered the flap with a leftover paper strip that I punched. This is ephemera piece and a dazzle to tuck spot. This is part of the ephemera tags. and another one of those double pockets there and here. I just made my own little tags with leftover bits. And this is just all the same thing all over again because that was the middle. And here, this is super sweet. I did this again because I really loved it in the last book. I like totally loved it. So you untie that, and in here you've got this writing space, and then you tie a little bow, and you put it back. Isn't that? I love that. Again, more writing space, writing space, writing space. Vintage reproduction postcards. See the dishes? Grandma had these kind of dishes. I just love that vintage look. Coffee dye tags. Another birdhouse and fluffy trim. And here, now that's a good picture of this lace. It's on the front of each signature in both books. And this is just the exact same stuff in a different signature. It's all the same stuff. A version of it in some way. All the same, 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 same. Different ephemera, fun, fun, die cuts, dazzles, flowers, reproduction vintage postcards, paper, 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 tie, the end, and here's the last signature, and that is all the same. And then in the back, remember in the back in front of each, you have this kind of tuck pocket, and on the back cover, this I think is super fun. You untie it, and then this one is punched with the big punch, and it flips up, and this one's that, like, I don't know, I almost want to call it braided punch, and that opens out, and then this one with the big punch again, and this one with the, like I said, I'm calling it braided, swirly, I don't know what to call, like that one. So you got all these spots for writing or pictures or stuff, and then you fold it all back up again, tie it up, and it's a secret. So that's the first one. That's huge. And now here's the second one. And like I said, inside is going to be the same as this. The same as this. Same as this guy. Don't you love it when they have trouble staying closed? It's my favorite thing. I love it, love it, love it. Okay, sorry. So, same things are in this one. Let me get up a little closer. Little flowers. And look at this lace. I have enough of this cool lace to do one more book if it's this tall. So I plan on using it. Oh, my hand, the other book won't stay closed. That's funny. With these little pretty flowers, and no, I gotta bring the book back. You see on the front of here, I die cut, I die cut this blue with the new Spellbinders dies. Well, where the heck did I don't know, I cut out the same shape and used it somewhere. I don't know, I don't know, but here's the shape, do you see? And I used it, but I used the top and the bottom to make the shape. So I used that extra paper here with this cool design. I thought was cool. And then this is from the ephemera. And I just love the little birdhouse. It's so cute. Pretty, so sweet. And everything's got some Wink of Stella. And this spine. The book's the same. The big book, the big boy, has a 2 3/4 inch spine. This spine is 1 3/4. Oh, I forgot to say this. So, the big one, this guy, has 52 pages, 100, no, excuse me. Let's stop acting like a maniac, right? Okay, I can't help it though. This big guy has 78 pages, 156 front and back. It has 33 pockets, 12 tuck spots, 6 flips or flaps, 3 belly bands, 75 plus inserts, ephemera, all that kind of stuff. And did I say 78 page, 156 front and back? And then the smaller one is the same height, 8 3/4, 5 3/4, 1.5 inch spine with the diamond lace flower. And this one is 52 pages, 104 front and back, has 23 pockets, 8 tucks, 4 flips, 2 belly bands. On the front cover there's a library pocket, and on the back it's the accordion thing I'll show you. And remember, this guy has a library pocket in front and the flip-flop thing in the back. So, now that we've all looked, it's a good way to show the lace. Isn't it pretty? Okay, now open it, seam binding and eyelets again. And here, now here is why I did this one. Here is, I made, see this, I put this piece here, it's all die cut. I put that big die cut there, but I made it a pocket. So it's got a big spot for, that's just a white piece of paper, but it's got a big spot for writing stuff down or whatever, and maybe people won't even know it's in here, so it could be like a secret, which I always think secret fun spots are awesome. So this is again, it could be a tuck, it could be a pocket. Same stuff in here, all the same, all the same. As you can see, ephemera pieces that are mine. Those are the Tim Holtz things, ephemera and tags with the glassine envelope and coffee tags, coffee dyed lace and dazzles and butterflies and pretties, and these are, that's another, that's a letter, and this is a telegram, and dazzles and paper clips and tons of writing space, like I said, vintage book paper, and these, all these prints in here are so vintage, I love them. More vintage table setting card, and I'm on that, and all the same stuff, all the same stuff. Just love this. I think that is just so cool. Makes me happy. Tuck spot, pocket, double pocket. You know, I do want to say that if you see on here, it's got like a deco edge from like a punch. I don't have a punch that looks like this, so I thought I was a genius. Everybody probably knows this. I used my circle punch. This is a 1/8. I don't think it matters. And I put the corner in. I put the corner in. Oh, I don't even have a thing. Ta-da! I put the corner in. Right? And of course this is a thicker. Oh. And look, you get like this pretty decorative edge. So here's a new tip for me. Maybe I'll make up for the fact that this is the world's longest video. So anyway, this is all the same stuff, and it's all super pretty and super awesome. And then back here for this one, And can you open this one up, right? I used every scrap. I have some strips left. That is it. And then again, you pull the bow like like a handle. Pull it out. And you have, oh my goodness, it won't all fit. You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 spots. And I think that there are 4, let's see. I know there are 4-ish, a little bit more, 4, almost and a half by 2 and a little less than a half, maybe 2 3/8. And so you got that, and these are just literal scraps from the paper. And then on the back, you have another 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, another 8 of another 8. So you could put pictures, ephemera. I left half of them white. Well, a lot of them white, just so you could write in there. And then you can tie it all back up again in here and hide it in your book when you tie this one up and put it on a shelf or wherever you choose to do with your books when you get them. These, of course, will be up in my Etsy shop. And like I said, I hope to have a tutorial soon. Like I said, it's not a big deal. It's just something I haven't tried, just a different orientation. But hopefully you'll like it. But anyway, sorry to be so long. It's good to see you all. I hope again that you've had a great season, whichever one it is. And thank you so much for visiting. You know you're all awesome. I don't have to tell you that because you know that. You know. And you're all very special to me. And thank you so much for watching. And hopefully I'll see you again soon. Bye.